This morning was as ordinary as always. But Christina couldn't calm down after a sleepless night. She was very anxious. The person who was very dear to her had gone to another city for a few days for a competition. She was worried because it was a boxing competition, and that was very serious. All her worries stemmed from the fact that he meant a lot to her, but he didn't even know it. She sat at the table, gathering her textbooks and thinking about him. Throughout the school day, Christina was not herself. She would retreat into her own world during classes and spend all the breaks on her phone, but nobody cared. She didn't have any girlfriends or friends. Everyone considered her strange, all because she wasn't afraid to say to someone's face what she thought about them. The only thing she was afraid of was confessing her feelings, saying everything she had in her heart and mind. Once, Christina told her Russian language and literature teacher, Marina Mikhailovna, that she dressed like an old lady. It all happened right in the middle of the lesson. During her answer at the blackboard, Marina Mikhailovna calmly reacted to it and even took her remark into consideration, starting to dress more modernly. Christina never logged out of Andrei's account. That was the name of the person she had been thinking about all this time. She was waiting for some updates after the competition, but they never appeared. And yet, not so long ago, she didn't even think about him. All it took was for Andrei to smile at her in the school corridor, and she would melt. Of course, he was a tall guy, with a good physique. It's no wonder he had been doing boxing for 8 years. He had short brown hair and blue eyes. He did well in school and had many friends. Christina, on the other hand, was petite, with long and luxurious blonde hair and expressive eyes. She excelled in her studies, read a lot, but was very introverted. Any girl would envy her natural beauty. Christina came home in a not-so-good mood, deciding to start her homework right away. She sat down at her writing desk, and suddenly, she received a notification on her phone. Looking at the screen, her eyes lit up. Andrei had messaged her. Her joy knew no bounds. She immediately forgot about her homework. She sat on her bed and read the message. "Hi. I saw you in the corridor, on the second floor. I noticed that you often visit my profile." She was happy, but didn't know how to respond. After some hesitation, she wrote back, "Yes, I visit. You're interested in biology, and I found a lot of interesting things about it on your page." The response came instantly, "Oh, yes. Maybe we could meet? Talk about biology?" Christina was thrilled. She replied, "I don't mind. But aren't you in a different city right now?" "No, I didn't go to the competition. Circumstances didn't allow it. So, shall we meet? I'll tell you all about it. Are you free tonight?" "Yes, I'm free." "Well, then let's meet at the big fountain at 7 p.m. Will it be convenient for you to meet there?" "Of course. See you there." There was only one thing in her mind. What just happened? How did this happen? She quickly finished her homework. Christina wasn't like those girls who took a long time getting ready and choosing an outfit. She put on a comfortable sweater and a skirt, and hurried to the meeting place. When she arrived at the fountain, she saw him with a bouquet of flowers in his hands. With a bouquet! Who would have thought? Her eyes lit up. A smile appeared on her face. She smiled and said, "Hi. Good evening." He smiled back. "This is for you." He handed her the bouquet. "Thank you. They're beautiful flowers." They walked for a long time, talked about everything under the sun: biology, boxing, music, books, teachers, classmates, and much more. Throughout the evening, they smiled at each other. "You are beautiful." He looked into her eyes, and it felt as if the whole world disappeared beneath them. She blushed, but always knew how to respond. "Do you really think so?" "Thank you. I'm really flattered." "Christina, look how beautifully the light is falling. Let me take a picture of you. Christina nodded, laughing. She posed for him, and he looked at her so tenderly. Then they took pictures together and played around. Everything was so good. Suddenly, Christina's mother called. Yes, Mom, I'm already on my way. Don't worry, everything is fine. I'm not alone. I'm with a friend. And she looked at Andre with such lively and emotional eyes. Okay, I'll be there soon. Is everything okay? Andre asked. Yes, but I have to go now. A light rain started to fall, gradually getting stronger. You're only wearing a sweater. Take my jacket. But what about you? I won't freeze. Put it on. Can I walk you home? Of course. Her house wasn't far, but the road was dark. They walked, continuing to talk and laugh. The rain stopped. Suddenly, Christina stumbled over a brick that was invisible in the twilight. Andre managed to catch her. Their hands touched in a timid moment. Give me your hand. You might fall again. He reached out his hand. For the rest of the way, they walked hand in hand, looking so cute and beautiful together. Here we are. She took off his jacket. Thank you for such a wonderful evening. I really enjoyed it. Thank you. You're beautiful. Andre wanted to kiss her goodbye, or not let her go at all, but he couldn't bring himself to do it. Christina gave him back his jacket and waved as she headed towards the entrance. She was happier than ever. She wanted to drown in him, hug him tightly, but she kept moving further away. He also walked home. Andre, she exclaimed, and she ran towards him. She hugged him tightly and rested her head on his chest. He also held her tightly. Christina, I love you. I've loved you for a long time. I was scared to tell you, but today I suddenly thought that I should tell you. And I love you too. She looked into his eyes. She cried with happiness. My love, why are you crying? He laughed, and he hugged her even tighter. They stood in the light of a street lamp, and he was most happy that she was finally in his arms. After all, it is true that hugs, like nothing else, convey all the love a person has, without any kisses, just a gentle touch of his hands. Each of them, in this moment of embrace, experiences otherworldly feelings. The girl feels safe, knowing she will always be protected. The boy shows care, feels responsibility and indescribable feeling towards his beloved and only one. Everything was like in the final scene of the most beautiful movie about happy love. Thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and you will be the first to hear another new story.